Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Weather Fans Live here on this Easter Sunday, the 20th of April 25. I hope you're all well. I completely forgot that Easter one from last year, so I'll just reuse it again. Hope you're all having a nice Easter Sunday so far, filled with chocolate and whatever meat you decided to choose tonight, unless you're vegetarian without meat. So, good evening to you all. Let's have a look who we've got this evening. The first one in is Suit. Saying hello, everybody, and happy Easter. Happy Easter to you, my friend. And also we've got Anne Smith wishing you a happy Easter. We've got Chris A in. Good evening to you. Good evening to Matthew. Good evening and happy Easter. Just watching Charlie and Chocolate Factory from the 1971 version. Ooh. Have I seen that one? Yes, I have, actually. I'm trying to think. Did Johnny Depp do the? I was going to say the cover version, the one fairly recently. So recently, it's probably like 2000, wasn't it? Good evening to all your coffee. Happy stuff your face with chocolate day. 2 days a year where it's actually allowed to eat chocolate on breakfast, which is Christmas Day and Easter Sunday. And yes, I did have some chocolate this morning. Who else have we got this evening? Coming down. Excuse me. Good evening to our moderator, Paul James. Good evening, PJ. That intro horse makes me jump. Sorry. You had 2 doses of it tonight. I said I was looking down. I thought I made one last Easter when I was going through the main intro. Oh no, I'll put it on afterwards. Anyone else come in this evening so far? There's a possibility of a thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon, mainly in Essex. Yeah, well, I'll take a look at that, actually. I had my foot off the weather for the last few days. Been so busy with work. So we'll take a look at that. I think there's some kind of risk tomorrow. And yeah, we'll take a look in just a few moments' time. Chris has had his Easter egg today. What did you have? What Easter egg? I think they still do. I remember back in my day, especially through the 80s and 90s, where Easter eggs used to come with like a free cup and everything. I bet some people have still got them in the cupboard somewhere. I think we're at the bottom of the chat. Yeah. So yeah, I had an Easter egg this year. My daughter got me a flump one, bless her. I think we're paying her too much, even though she's 4 years old. So let's have a look at the latest weather out there at the moment. Let me just bring that onto the screen. So it's been a lovely day here in the central Midlands, here in Tamworth. Went for a nice walk with the family through the countryside, just literally next to our house. Did a bit of exploring. So let's bring that onto the screen. That shuffled me across there. So let's shuffle that onto full screen. Let's have a quick look. And say, no Easter egg for me, but I did have some chocolate fudge cake. Oh, that sounds lovely. I think some of the chocolate fudge cake was from a crown carvery near me. That was beautiful. I've got a golden ticket. Ah, yes. Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Get my word out. Charlie at the Chocolate Factory. It's a whole different film I almost said there. Cloudy, cool, and a few spots of rain since lunchtime. Whereabouts are you, Paul James? I can never remember. Are you north or south? So as you can see, actually, from the radar, there is actually some rain affecting more central eastern areas and a little bit down towards the southwest as well. Mid Hampshire, Mike. Oh, okay. I got you. I know it's been fairly wet down there towards the southeast today, and I think that's pushed further north as the day's gone on. So there is a few heavier bursts of rain just off the coast of Norfolk. And it seems like it's mostly light patchy rain moving northwards through coming into the Midlands there and southern Wales. So let's have a look at that webcam there actually. So they're showing quite a bit of grey sky there at the moment. And we've got this, because they're mostly light patchy rain by the looks of it, down into southwest England through Exeter into Devon. So let's have a look at some of these webcams. Oops. So that one looks looking quite overcast as well. Maybe a spider on the lens there, possibly a fly. So let's have a crowd towards north of Reading to High Wycombe, looking quite grey there as we speak. Clifton, again looking quite overcast there. So look at the cam towards Birmingham. Which part of Birmingham is that webcam? I think because the webcam's like at Birmingham is, it's not letting me zoom in. See how far I can zoom in so I can actually click into that webcam. Oh, it seems to have disappeared there. So let's have a look around Stratford-upon-Avon. So there's a little airfield there again, looking fairly overcast. Where's that webcam? Over towards Dawn Church to the southwest of Rugby. Getting some blue skies there. I think it's mainly like patchy rain around through into the parts of the Midlands and Coventry Gliding Club. So again, it's looking quite beautiful, that cam there, and that could be the bit of light rain coming in towards the south of the picture there, if that is looking towards the south, but that could be the case. A bit further towards the, I've always seen Clifton there. It's towards Northampton. Wouldn't it be funny if Gav had his own webcam there and it's actually from his home? It looks quite dark actually over there. Let's move over towards the east coast. So that's from Shortley Gate near Felixstowe. So that's taken at nearly 7:10. So has that been quite wet down the southeast there? Let's have a look. Let's get through this nighttime period. I'm sure it's been raining there all day today. Looks quite dry, the ground. The ground looks quite dry actually. So maybe it's just started recently off the southeast coast there. Let's zoom out of here. I mean, it looks like some quite a lot of heavy rain towards the Netherlands, northeast Belgium, and into Germany there. Is any of this lightning maybe? It's not letting me show the lightning. Oh, there it is. So there's been lightning around. Why's that popped up on the left-hand side there? There we go. So yeah, there's some thunderstorms there through into Germany. Flashing away there, so plenty of heavy thunderstorms across that part of the world. Are these heading our way? The easy answer is no. These are not heading our way. They're staying out into the mainland of Europe. All right, let's put my head back into the chat. See how we're all doing. Oh, that's knocked me off again. Let's put myself back on. There we go. Let's put my head back into the chat. See if else has come in. So else has come in? Good evening to James, one of our mods. Happy Easter to you as well, and good evening to Send It's Weather. Send It's Weather. There we are. I thought I said that wrong then. Good evening to you. Hope you're well, my friend. Hope you're all having a lovely Easter so far. Let's keep scrolling down to see what's finally get a chance to tune in. You're having a Sunday off. Send it. To me, it's just a normal day. Everything seems to be running as normal. And also, who's this? Who's popped her head in? We all know who it is. Good evening, too. Good evening, Steffi. Hope you're doing well on this fine Easter Sunday. Oh, comments are jumping up. Just let me get back to the comments there. There we go. No need to apologise. Send it. Apologise for not being able to guest last week. Yeah, no worries. It was just spare the moment kind of thing. If you wanted to join, definitely do a collab at some point in the future. And you've got Light Drizzle around. Whereabouts are you from? Whereabouts in the UK are you from? Just scrolling down the comments. I've got 2 Easter eggs. Let the bunnies eat mine. No, you eat them. Just remember, chocolate's for life, not just for Easter. Suits had a chocolate egg yesterday and had one today. Enjoy. I remember a couple of years ago, we actually won a few Easter eggs on a competition in our local area. When I said a few, I think it was about 25 different Easter eggs. I've got a picture somewhere after dish out at some point. Literally had them up the stairs behind me. I think it was about 25 different Easter eggs and won that a couple of years ago. You're from Barnsley, South Yorkshire. Oh, got you. As what I'm guessing the weather's been fine up there as well. Rachel, good evening to you. Sneaks through my 8 legs. You've turned into a spider overnight. Steffi, where the fans it makes me laugh every time. Today I've been teaching about forces and Isaac Newton, followed by Gregor Mendel and genetic inheritance. Don't you get a day off even on Easter Sunday? God's land of Yorkshire tea. No, sugar my tea. I'm sweet enough. I don't drink tea personally. Even when I did drink tea, I think I had 2 sugars. Just give me a cup of sugar, I'll be fine. Good evening to Lee Stevens. Thank you for joining me on this Easter Sunday. Not bad for a Sunday night on Easter. 13 of you watching. Sounds a lot. Doesn't sound many to you, but it's a good amount how it was a few years ago, believe me. It's going down the chat. When I was little, I won an Easter egg at school. I was forced to carry it home on my own. It was almost as big as me. Blimey, how big was the Easter egg? I'm guessing you might have been a very young person at the time. Oh, I worked from 10 till 4 p.m. today. Oh, I've last Easter, they screwed me well over on my work because I worked Good Friday, Easter Saturday, and Sunday, and Easter Monday as well. I never had a single day off through Easter last year. So this year I decided to book Easter Monday and Tuesday off this year. So for the next few more days off work. Just keep going there. You've got to be Yorkshire tea anyway. No, I don't drink tea. I'm a hot chocolate person. I just don't drink tea at all. Away fans, I've tried having a day off science. It'll last a few hours before I miss it. It's a joy rather than a chore. That's good then, especially something that you really love doing. 4 hour shifts from me on Saturday, so I get off quite lightly. I was in yesterday for a good 8 hours. Well, 8 hours. I was supposed to be off yesterday, but I couldn't work my normal Monday because of a family emergency. My partner got taken ill, but she's fine. My mum said about the egg all I saw was a pair of hands, big box walking towards the door. She didn't help me get through the door. Oh, bless you. What's that? Greg Steffi does not have a day off ever, and no, she takes no notice of me either. Oh, bless. Warm in the sunshine today. I couldn't do my coat up because I had chocolate buttons. PJ saying he starts work at 6 a.m. for a 7 hour shift. What day is it tomorrow? It's Monday, yes, Monday. Because I've worked a Saturday, which is the first time I've worked a Saturday in a year. It's completely thrown all days out of sync. We've had fun with a fluffy this week on Gav's Discord. Not going to ask. Not going to ask. No days off work here. I'm on duty even on Christmas Day. Just monitored email inbox and often nothing to do. What do you do if you don't mind me asking, Anne? Would you have been the Easter Bunny a couple of times? My shins ache thinking about all that old folk who used their walking sticks to hit me in the shins to stop me chocolate eggs. No, just give me a second. I'm starting to suffer from hay fever recently, but I've been nothing but sniffling all day. Just bear with me. I always get the sniffles around about this time of year, usually into May. I don't know if it's a certain type of pollen that's more strongest around about end of April, around about May time, but I seem to get always at this time of year. Right. What we're going to look at now, let's take a look at the latest from the Met Office facts chart. So I'm just going onto the screen. Would help if I had that ready, set up. Had the web page, but not the page what I'm after. So let's have a look what's happening. Let's just go to the screen. Let's bring it up. So that should put the facts chart up onto the screen. There we go. Let's put that onto full screen so you can see it more clearly. So this is the human interpretation of the weather from temperature charts across our part of the world from the Met Office. It's from 6 p.m. tonight. And it's been quite a decent day across much of the country today. Obviously, we've had this weather front coming into the south, which some areas have seen some rain towards the south. That is pushing north. And we've got this clear sector across the UK, which has seen plenty of sunshine during today. We've got weather fronts all out towards the west. And we'll see what happens with these in just a moment. And we're literally surrounded by weather fronts. And just keep an eye on this high pressure up towards the east of Greenland, because that could play a part later this week. So for the next 24 hours, well, 18 hours, shall we say, from the Atlantic, these weather fronts will continue its progress across the UK into tomorrow. So it could be quite a wet day for parts of England and Wales into Scotland. We've got this trough sitting behind. This could be the feature that could trigger some showers later in the day on Monday. We'll have a look at the UKV in just a moment, high resolution. So we've got all these weather fronts here. Could see some spells of rain. Going into Tuesday, that weather front continues its progression northeastwards. Then we're under a ridge across much of the UK overnight into Tuesday, before more weather fronts moving from the west. So 9.8 low just there. So it could be a dry day at first, then it could be one of those days where cloud will start to increase from the west late into Tuesday through into the afternoon, with rain coming in perhaps the central areas by maybe tea time. Then into midnight onto Wednesday, that low is sat just towards the south of Ireland. These weather fronts sat towards the southwest of the UK. We've got another weather front sitting towards northeast of Scotland. These could produce some rain or showers. And this high pressure is starting to slowly progress, get the teeth in, progress southwards as we head into Wednesday. And through Wednesday itself, this could be, these weather fronts are not really pushing further north, but this could be down to the fact this high pressure starts to slink its way southwards through Wednesday. So that won't make a much progression northwards. So that's Wednesday midnight. It looks like this could just start to push towards the Low Countries. May just clip southern Scotland. Excuse me a second, because I'm about to sneeze. Just bear with me a second. Excuse me, I do apologise for that interruption. Where was I? Yes. Let's go into Thursday. And this high pressure is continuing its progression over towards the UK. We've got this weather front and Wednesday's weather out towards eastern France into western Germany, perhaps heading towards the Alpine regions there. And with that high pressure starts to build, starts to push down from the north as we head into Thursday, centred just in the Norwegian Sea there. So towards Scotland there, be much drier, but they're drier. Hang on, what we're trying to say here. Scotland will be drier. There could be some clouds affecting western parts of Ireland into perhaps the far southwest of England. On Thursday lunchtime, excuse me a second, got blown in there again. Something's irritating me. There's no flowers in there, is there? Again, apologies for the interruption. Right, let's take a look at the UKV. After that, I'll just have a quick pop ahead in the comments. So let's have a look at the precipitation rates. So let's bring that forward to 8 o'clock right now. So it's showing on the radar. Not too much, actually. Just showing a bit of that light rain towards the far south east of England, and then towards Devon up through to the Severn Estuary. What happens overnight? It's more patchy, actually, looking with the UKV. Could be some showers coming through the Midlands overnight. Rain gathering towards the west over Ireland. Then that gives that a bit of a boost there. We'll start to see more of a band of rain forming towards Wales, West Midlands, into northwest England, perhaps into southwest Scotland as well during Monday morning. Looks quite showy in nature, so some places won't get as much as some other areas. and that continues to push northeastwards. But if you can just about see, there is actually quite a few heavy showers forming towards Northern Ireland, parts of Ireland itself, and parts of Wales just after lunchtime there behind this weather front. And there could be some heavy showers actually, perhaps forecast there for parts of North Wales, maybe getting through into the Wirral and possibly it's the Fylde coast. There's a few showers there breaking out towards the West Midlands, down towards Hampshire as well. I think also these were very hit and miss. We'll have a look at the Cape and lifted in just a moment as they progress eastwards. Then not dying to death really once the sun starts setting. So I said some of these showers could be on the heavy side. Odd rumble thunder can't be ruled out. And that weather front does continue its progression northeastwards through into the afternoon, then clearing probably just after dark into Monday into Tuesday. Then clearer spells there for Tuesday itself before the next band of rain starts to progress from the west. Can't rule out a few isolated showers across the UK through Tuesday itself. These will be extremely hit and miss. The odd one could be on the heavy side. But it's this weather front here with quite a lot of heavy rain going through Ireland into Tuesday night. So how far north does this take it? Actually, the UKV keeps that really towards around about the Midlands, southwards. So maybe reaching perhaps far north as maybe the Birmingham area. Before pushing southeastwards, look up some light patchiness through parts of the Midlands. Then sunrise on Wednesday, got some patch of rain left. By the time we get through to mid-morning, most of that rain would have cleared, and these are showing the risk of some showers actually through parts of northern England into Norfolk, maybe into the East Midlands, and very scattered across into the northeast of Wales. Now die a death as the sun goes down again. Then into Thursday as well. There's that weather front that was showing on the Meteorist Facts chart, but across the UK, with that high pressure sinking down from the north, looks like it's going to hold off these weather fronts at bay. So bringing that back, heads towards the UK, then just kind of almost get deflected northwards on that. So that's the end of that UKV. Just put my head into the chat a second. I'll stick myself down the bottom there. Just have a quick catch up with the chat. Oops, turn everything blue there. Let's try that again. How far did we get to? And Smith, customer service for some software. So if customers email, I reply and deal with subscriptions. Okay. Is that for like one of the main big companies? Oh wow, there's been a lot of chatting lately, wasn't there? Or just saying how hay fever's been playing up too. Yeah, what type of pollen strongest around about mid to late April into May, but it's more or less every year I just seem to really get a lot of sniffly, must I say noses, but you know what I mean. Matthew said we need some rain here. Do you know what? All this rain that we've had in the UK, only here we've only recorded 1.2 millimeters during this week of wettish weather. Some areas, obviously, towards the southwest through Wales have had plenty of rain, but we've had 1.2 millimetres here. And for the whole of March and April so far, so what, between the 1st of March and the 20th of April, here we've already received 8.8 millimetres. So you can imagine how dry the ground is here. There's more cracks on the ground than there is on the bloody nudist beach, I tell you. Oh, I remember that as well. The Open University bit on TV. I think it was on BBC Two, if I'm not mistaken. So I think BBC Two, during term time, they used to show like lessons really for, what was it, mainly for like Key Stage 1, 2 or something like that, and GCSE during the day between 9 and 12. That was back in the mid-90s, mid to 9, late. Fronts. Oh, is my screen frozen? There we go. I couldn't do anything then. Send those fronts this way, please. The gardens really need watering. Going on that walk, as I mentioned, the ground's really cracking. I'm not talking about tiny cracks, they're quite large cracks. I suppose a child hasn't fell down one yet. Please, I've just seen, did you watch the Formula 1 race? I don't want to see the rest of the comments. Do not mention about the Formula 1 race because I watched the highlights after this live. I don't want to see the rest of it now. Oh, please. No. I scrolled down bottom. I don't want to see the winner. So, Storm Chaser Paul, good evening. Yes, it was also a schools program on Channel 4. Yes, Channel 4 as well. I've never been on the nudist beach, so I wouldn't know. I've never been on the nudist beach, but I'm guessing, obviously, if there's a lot of people, naked people, you're going to see lots of cracks of the arse. Excuse my language if you're offended. I don't want to scrub anymore because I don't want to see any. I don't want to see any spoilers from F1 if you've said anything, so I'm going to not go any higher than that. So let's have a look at, let's get my teeth in and whatever else. Let's have a look at the latest GFS. We'll look at the GFS 12Z run and we'll look at the ECMWF afterwards. So let's have a look at the sea level pressure charts. I'll take up to about the next 10 days, see what the trend is at the moment. Let's tap forward now into tomorrow. So low pressure set towards the west. We're seeing that's weather from clearing eastwards during the day. And there's that ridge of high pressure through into Tuesday, keep things dry. With the odd isolated shower, and there's another low pressure towards the west. And that also shows that the Met Office going to cross 7 counties through the day, Wednesday before clearing to the near continent. We've got pressure building up from the north through into Wednesday, low pressure out towards the west. And there's that high pressure strong enough to keep those weather fronts at bay through Friday. It can't, I would say just maybe far west, maybe into northwest Scotland, could see a bit of rain still through maybe into the weekend. This could be the case where further southeast you are, the more dry it is. I feel like Scotland will be affected, Northern Ireland, by these weather fronts. It's high pressure just sat towards the east and potentially with high pressure clockwise direction. We'll have a look at the 8:15 second. That could be bringing up quite a bit of maybe warm air actually through into Monday, the 28th of April. We'll have a look in a second. And low pressure towards south, sitting towards the south of Iceland there. We've got the Azores High trying to push up from the southeast again. So that seen high pressure build this time from the southwest. So we've got a bit of more of an Atlantic flow with that high pressure, but it seems to be coming towards the UK. Keep things dry again towards Friday the 2nd, and I've gone beyond what I said I was going to do, so we're on day 12 already. Extended, it's like low pressure, it's like could take control again as we're into the first week of April, and that's looking quite unsettled. Quite actually, just noticed that quite deep low actually, sat towards north of Norway there. So that'd be unseasonably windy up towards north of Norway there. So yeah, low pressure is like return. So we could see a bit of high pressure, a few days of high pressure before maybe low pressure return again. So let's have a look at the upper airs for this model run. So will we see a bit of warm air being pushed around that area of high pressure through into next weekend? So we're under relatively, I'll say, average air really. Not too warm, not too cold. So that's that low pressure skirting towards the continent through into Wednesday. That ridge of high pressure coming down towards eastern areas. And we get an area of low pressure moving up towards northwest of Scotland through into the weekend. And quite mild air there. So there's that high pressure just sitting towards our east. And we start to see the air actually start to warm up. But the 10-degree isotherm is just sitting off into Normandy. Does that get pushed into the UK? It gets very close. It may just clip the Kent coast. It's so marginal there. Feels like a weather front crosses the UK into Wednesday, day 10. Turn things quite windy actually towards the north. Cool things down slightly. These also high built up from the southwest. And again, that 10-degree isotherm gets fairly close to the UK before being pushed away by more wet and windy weather. So we really start to see, again, another push of that 10-degree isotherm, maybe just clipping down towards the far southeast of the UK towards the end of this run. So we definitely start to see things warming up, especially across the Med, actually. But we are coming into May, so there's no surprise, really. Let's have a look at what that does affect our temperatures for the next 10 days. Obviously, subject to change to later as the week we go. So let's have a look into tomorrow. Temperatures around about the low teens, and we got the rain sitting around maybe just into the high single digits, especially across the north. Into Tuesday, we've got that ridge of high pressure across the UK. Temperatures will be around about in the mid-teens, so we could get 17, maybe 18 towards eastern areas. Into Wednesday, you can actually see where you got more of that rain and cloud and rain, where the temperatures are a lot lower than the surrounding areas. Eventually, that does scoot off, and we could again see temperature into the mid-teens quite widely. Into Thursday, that high pressure slinking down. Perhaps wind coming off the North Sea there. North Sea coast will be a lot cooler, so 9-10s possible down these North Sea coasts. Further inland, again, we're looking around about in the mid-teens. Into Thursday, again, wind coming off the North Sea. These coasts will be a lot cooler. Slightly further inland, mid-teens, and the possibility of that weather front there perhaps affecting Wales, keeping temperatures barely into double figures. Into next Saturday, there could be a few showers possible, or a lot more cloud towards eastern areas, just picking those temperatures back. But western areas, temperatures could possibly get to 20 degrees in a few spots. I think after the weekend, we start to see that silverly airflow coming up. So further northwest, perhaps where you got this wind and rain, potentially being pegged back into the low double digits. Towards the southeast, we could hit 20, maybe 21 degrees. I'll take this up to the 1st of May. Then Monday, temperatures responding in that warm sunshine, especially the upper airs rising widely into the low 20s, maybe 22, 23 is possible up through Yorkshire, Lincolnshire, and towards the southeast where maybe could get 23, 24. And I reckon quite a lot of places were getting close to that 20-degree mark, especially across much of England and Wales. Maybe the very high teens down towards Devon and Cornwall, even through Ireland, it could be high teens, maybe 2021 in places, and possibility northeast of Scotland could get up to 19, possibly 20 degrees as well. Into Tuesday, temperatures continue to rise. Again, mostly eastern areas where we'll see the highest of the temperatures could get 23, maybe 24 possible there. Even towards the west, again, upper teens, maybe 20, 21 degrees. Again, northeast Scotland there favoured to perhaps get into the high teens as well. Further west, struggling to get into the double figures there. And take up to that to Wednesday. Obviously, there could be temperatures. Did someone just pop into the live chat? Yes, I'll bring our guest in just a second. On Wednesday, the 30th of April, temperatures are back down to average, around about the mid-teens, as was that wet and windy weather spread across the UK. And I did hear a pop, and let's pop this person in. Let's give it a test as well. Good evening to our Liz. Hear me?
Good evening. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. And also, someone else has just arrived in. Good evening to
hello,
some
you sexy buggers. We're all here.
Well, that's the first time in about 8 weeks.
Apologies for being late. I was watching the Formula One.
No spoilers, please.
No. No, I was just watching the Formula One, so yeah, apologies for being late.
That's all right. It's all right. Well, all of a sudden, everyone's turned up.
That's throwing you.
Available.
Yeah.
No, I've just been
good evening. Send it says good evening to you all. And Rachel, that's very controversial.
Ooh.
Everyone's just appeared. Yeah. Just have a look.
Just sort the volume out. Matthew said he loves Formula One, by the way. All the gangs here, yes. So, not a surprise.
Yeah, I've got Ryan Hall you're on in the background as well. So
yes, I'm going to move on to that. I'm just going to go into the ECMWF charts, the 12Z,
okay.
and I'm just going to go across to America. So let's get the ECMWF out of the way, the 12Z, because obviously if Gav was live, it couldn't show these because they're now, obviously the time going forward, it can't show the ECMWF 12Z, but we'll show them anyway. Let's bring the screen share up. Oh, hang on a second. What have I done there? There we go. Must have just caught a button there. Went central. There we go. Let's have a look what the ECMWF. Let's put us. Yeah, keep us on. Let's put us across the bottom there. There we go.
Why not?
What we're doing? Yes, ECM.
We're totally fraud him, Liz.
You have indeed. Yeah. Let's clear that there.
Yeah, so 12.
So yes, Monday, we've got that weather front come across in the UK through Monday. Behind it, potentially, there's some risk of some heavy showers, although have a look at the Cape and Lift actually, because I forgot to look at that with the GFS model. Yes, through into Tuesday, we've got that ridge of high pressure coming up through the UK with a banner getting in a bloody way again across the south. We've got low pressure moving from the west. And that's that low pressure which will slink across southern counties through into Wednesday. Into Thursday, high pressure moving down from the north. This is keeping things a lot drier. Oh no, what's happened here? As it just clicked into a banner. Just bear with me a second. I've just got a Croatia banner that's gone across my whole screen. Then there we go. Is that still on full screen?
Yeah.
Must have just opened another tab up. So through into Thursday, we've got a ridge of high pressure across the UK. That keeps that in the North Sea, actually, through into Wednesday. You've completely thrown me now. Friday into Saturday. Got high pressure out towards the east. These are keeping the weather fronts more further west, actually, compared to the GFS model.
A bit of a cold there.
Yeah. Got the Azores high there and that high come down from the north.
Yeah, then you got low either side of it.
Then through into Sunday, that has high pressure right across the UK. So a little bit different compared to GFS, where they have these weather fronts a lot closer to the UK, to northwest areas. This keeps it further towards south of Iceland. So that's more across the UK than further east, which the GFS 12Z was showing. Monday, the 28th, high pressure in charge across the UK. We start to see that southerly flow, southerly to southeasterly flow. That'll bring the temperatures up nicely. Aim through to Wednesday. And also that's showing that low pressure moving across the UK, across northern areas into Wednesday. So between the GFS and the ECMWF 12Z runs, the ECM has high pressure virtually across the UK. The GFS has the high pressure further east with low pressure more towards western areas. So a bit of discrepancy there between them two models. We shall see what happens in the next few days, of course. One more thing before we go across to America. Let's bring up our weekly look at the ECMWF pressure anomaly charts. This is for the 21st of April towards the 28th of April. This is also showing that high pressure up towards the north, and that is also high towards the southwest. We actually saw that on the model run there from the ECMWF 12Z run. And as Paul mentioned, you've got high pressure to the north and towards the south, low pressure up towards the northwest, and low pressure towards the southeast. So back in between, but also high pressure will start to take control through at that time period. What time is it? 28th of April towards the 5th of March has high pressure slap bang across the UK. If you want rain, this is not what you want to see. If you're a farmer desperate for rain, please look away now. Monday the 5th to the 12th of May, there's no clear signal really. So there could be quite a lot of slack.
Yeah, I was going to say I was alluding to that in the chat on YouTube to the Met Office's long range.
Yeah,
said there's no real clear signal yet. But
yeah, this seems to be the case even through to middle of May. There's absolutely no clear signal at all, actually, for the rest of that period. So,
what do you use look at the meteorograms and stuff like that? You try and find it. It's been a while since I've been on the stream, so I am still a bit rusty. If someone's got some
DWD 40. Just going to run through the precipitation from these same models and the temperatures. So the precipitation through the same period, 21st of April towards the 28th. So that's what we're about to start now. Obviously, we've got that rain coming through the day tomorrow, and maybe that little bit of patchy rain coming through towards the southern counties into Wales. So maybe that's why it's around about average across southern areas into Ireland and dry further north. Obviously, that you've got that high pressure moving down from the north through to this coming week. The 28th April to the 5th, with no surprise with all that high pressure rain, is looking dry and average away from the northwest of Scotland. The 5th of May towards the 12th of May, we're looking around about average. So, considering this high pressure, could there be a few showers breaking out? It's hard to say, but obviously this is where we start seeing the signal drop as well through May as well.
So,
So
come across the AI models on the ECM quite a lot.
I've never looked at them, to be honest.
They're quite interesting. I know the what they call it, that the Americans use the AI models quite a lot now, don't they, Liz?
Sorry, so that again. I'm just.
Yes, she's perving over Ryan Hall.
I was perving over the big wall cloud that's just about to drop a tornado in Missouri.
Oh. Well, I'll bring up on the screen just a second.
Yeah, as I was saying, about the AI models, the Americans are using them quite a lot now.
Yeah, there's still mixed reviews with them because you can't rely on them solely, which people have a tendency to do. They throw out random spanners in the works.
So it sounds like a pub run then.
Yes. So you still have to have a person having a look at the runs and things. So it's not a case of, oh, here's the AI runs, that's what's going to happen.
I just use it, like, when I'm looking at it, I use it in collaboration with the ones that are already established and try and get a variable.
Yeah, to be honest, it's kind of like they take the average. So it's just like us looking at all the model runs together, all the different models, and getting a feel for what the intermediary point is. So that's what the AI runs do. They kind of look at all the models and go in the middle. So
literally it's just the AI is looking at everything at once and just puts an average.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're kind of a nice, easy, quick glance to go, oh yeah, it's going to be raining, or the month of May is going to be wet, or there is no model agreement for this month, kind of thing. But it's all statistics.
Yeah.
So you get something like the GFS pub run, throwing a weirdo in there, AI goes to pot. And it takes a human to look at it and go, whoa, hang on a minute. So you've still got to keep on an eye on all the runs.
So it's almost like you could say it's in its infancy days, really, the AI model, sort of things improve in the future.
Yeah. There's no kind of filter. Like, humans can pick up on out of those 4 runs, that one's an outlier. AI doesn't do that. AI takes all of them into consideration. So, like, we know the pub run tends to be the one that to look at. The 12Z tends to be a bit off the charts, and you take it with a pinch of salt. Whereas AI can't do that.
Yeah.
So excuse me a second, I'm just going to blow my nose.
Everyone heard the sound of a supervisor.
Didn't I? Yeah.
Say Michael blowing like a super Voyager in the background. See, he even knows. Yeah, like I said, with AI models, I do, like I said, I take them into consideration with the others and try and get an average of my own when I'm doing the look-arounds on a morning. Yeah.
It's just another thing to look at, really, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's another model, isn't it? But as far as I can see, just the ECM over in this neck of the woods is doing that at the moment. Unless Meteo France have started doing it, I don't know.
Honestly, I have absolutely no idea about the AI at all.
And Met Office and their on the deep dive, they have their version of an AI model, don't they?
Yeah.
It comes out with the predicted scenario.
Well, it's kind of like the ensembles, isn't it?
Yeah.
They go more towards that direction with the ensembles, aren't they?
Yeah, and that's what the AI does. But the AI can't take out. It might just take out the top 2 and the bottom 2, for instance. Whereas we can look. AI is very good at looking at patterns and trends, whereas the human eye is a bit more discerning. So at the moment, I don't tend to even look at them because it's just another thing to look at and confuse the situation. Whereas if you know what you're doing, look at the models and you know which model run that you like looking at and comparing it to whichever model run, which models you like to use, then there isn't any point complicating it by putting another one in there.
Yeah.
In the mix, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just going to run through these last bit of charts from the weekly anomalies. So these are the 2 minute temperatures from the 21st of April to the 28th of April. We are looking above average. Let's bring the key up on that for these. So looking for about a degree or two above, to perhaps 3 or 4. Looking around about a degree above to compared to around about a degree to 3 degrees for western areas. The 28th to the 5th across the whole UK, we're looking at about 2 or 3 degrees above average. And this is where we go into the no clear signal, looking above average for the 5th to the 12th. And similar to the 12th to the 19th of May. And just looking beyond, it's looking slightly above average. Obviously, there's no clear signal to give a definite kind of look.
I was just having a look on the ECM as well. They've got soil moisture of all the random things.
Literally, moisture. What's that?
Exactly.
I mentioned earlier on this.
I know you were mentioning it earlier, weren't you? Let me just quickly share it.
I guess, I mean, that's really useful when you're talking about flash flood hazards and drought conditions and stuff. So,
yeah.
There we are. You're on screen there.
Brilliant. So, yeah, this is just...
Hang on, Paul. Hang on.
Spam that. Evening Gaffer.
Woo!
Gordon, do you want to come in, mate? Just pop in for 5 minutes.
Yeah, so, yeah, as I was saying, you can see where we're really, really, like, dry, like 0 to 20%. In terms of soil moisture, as of today at 12 o'clock UTC, so 1 o'clock. Yeah, that's one layer, and then you've got 3 layers. It's just randomness. Yeah, so evaporation or evapotranspiration efficiency, whatever that means. Yeah, that's that. Sorry about that. Just going off on a tangent. But yeah, that just really shows where the driest spots are, like up into Yorkshire, Lincolnshire, across into East Anglia, pretty much down the middle of the country is where it's the driest at the moment.
Yeah, one of the dry spots across much of Europe, really. One of the dry spots. Give me a second.
Northern France as well looks quite dry. Yeah, they've had quite a lot of rain around here, around Spain. That's where the low pressures have been mostly going through, though, haven't they? So yeah, like I was saying, that's just one of many orography, snow depth and ice. I won't even bother looking at that now. Clusters.
Send it knows about evapotranspiration. He did A-level. They did A-level geography, so you're
Do you want to
way up on me.
Do you want to join the weather fans team? Another one to the Arsenal.
I have set up. We are going to do a cloud with Stanley at some point in the future.
I've got an idea for that. I'll come to that after the.
Good evening to Ben Enty, by the way. Hope you are, my friend.
So yeah, what have I to I'm just getting, as I always do when it comes to weather, getting quite carried away. So yeah, what were you saying about tomorrow, Michael?
Yes,
a small chance. I'm on the mixed Cape now. Tomorrow, just look forward a little bit.
Yeah, there's a chance once that weather front comes through tomorrow behind, potentially there could be a bit of could be some isolated maybe showers, which could be heavy on the heavy side.
Says Cape across Island and thing. If you want to go back to the other one that you were showing. Is it the GFS?
Yeah, just put that onto the. Oh, hang on.
Bear with.
Yeah,
Not one of my most attractive positions.
Let me just go back to the screen now.
GFS. There we go. I just couldn't find my tab then.
There we go.
So it's just, as I say, it's just a really small risk there. It could be mainly heavy showers, but they could get the odd rumble of thunder off it. But looking at these kind of lifted, it's not shouting thunderstorms. It's just shouting maybe a bit of pop.
It might be a bit of hail.
Yeah,
I think that will be. Yeah, could do with another week or so, some nice warm, clear skies, and then for a front to come through.
Yeah, you can just about see that weather front scooting across southwestern southern counties through until Wednesday. But
bye, suit.
Night suit.
Good night, suits you, sir.
Suits you, sir.
Oh, suits you, sir.
Oh, sorry, again, carried away again.
So, I said GFS was showing that low pressure close to the UK, and is that slight risk into Saturday there, maybe? But obviously, with the ECM WF as high pressure set over the UK, so we need to have a look maybe about midweek to see if the GFS pushes that back out towards Atlantic, or the ECM shifts that high pressure out towards near continent a lot more.
Depends if we get a little trough developing.
True.
Yeah. So this is where temperatures start to rise actually through today's 10 with that southerly push. So slight risk there with weather from coming in.
If we get a little trough, we might get pop-ups.
But we are still talking about a week to 10 days away, so fingers crossed we'll start a bit of a heat build up.
Yeah.
Could just do with a little, like Liz says, a little trough, little pop-up low just coming across, just destabilize the air a little bit.
Don't even need a full low system. We just need a little shortwave trough.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Right.
Oh,
obviously,
now we're talking.
That's the next thing I was looking at, as always, at this time of year. Let's head over towards America, and obviously there's quite a serious threat on. We've got an enhanced risk. Get with teeth, enhanced risk. So up to level 3 on the risk list out of 5. So we're over halfway, which is good news and bad news for some people. So the enhanced risk, we've got areas of like Missouri, Springfield, Columbia, Fayetteville, Springdale, and Conway in Arkansas. Then you've got the outer slight with the likes of St. Louis, Shreveport, Little Rock, Arkansas, Springfield, and Fort Smith. And you've got your marginal around that as well, the likes of Memphis, Kansas City, Overland Park, Kansas City, and Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Yeah, they've just issued another tornado watch that covers the east side of Texas into Arkansas, Missouri, up into bottom of like Oklahoma, the very edge of Oklahoma and Kansas. There is basically a big. They've formed a QLCS now. There's a big line coming through, so it's spin-ups on the line at the moment as opposed to discrete supercells, but there is the potential for discrete supercells to form behind the line. So yeah, we'll see. There's already been a couple of touchdowns from Texas up through to Missouri. But it's day 3 of a potential day 7 stretch.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, yesterday was a 5% hatched for tornadoes. Day before, I think there was a tiny 5% hatched. I mean, there's been tornadoes down the last 3 days. and the risk kind of goes out all the way out to, as far as I saw, the last I saw was Thursday.
Nice.
We're just seeing on our screen right now, actually. This is Ryan. After when we finish the live, you want to pop in and watch live action from America. He's one of the top guys I would recommend to watch afterwards. Excuse me, I'm going to cough.
Yeah,
So,
he kind of links in with all the best chasers. There's obviously Reed who does his own stuff as well and links in with some more of the chasers. So if you watch both of them together, if there's a chaser on it, you'll see the tornado.
Max was quite early on the storms yesterday as well, weren't he? I found that.
To be honest, I don't watch Max.
I think it's only because it come up on my live stream over Ryan, because I don't think Ryan had gone live yet.
No, Ryan was quite late. I was watching Connor Croft. It's just personal preference. I don't get on with watching Max for some reason.
But he had Riley on yesterday. You know, Riley who does Ryan's bits. He had Riley on yesterday. I was like, okay.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
Sorry, carry on.
I was just going to say that they all swap and change. They all work with each other. Like Andy does his own stuff as well. So, and a lot of the chasers allow a lot of the others to use their streams. Like Brandon Kopic was on a lot. He was on a big tornado last week. Got really good footage. In fact, they were a lot of them were on that tornado, but Brandon got the best footage. So he was out there on all the outlets. But yeah, it's a proper community, isn't it? So kind
of what we're trying to establish over here in this country, but
yeah, we don't get enough weather, really. I don't think.
It's either snow or wind or rain. It's never really anything to the degree that they have over there.
Yeah, it's interesting if you actually watch. There's a group of the live streamers, the chasers, Connor, Brandon Kopic, Freddie, Stormrunner Media. They all are in contact with each other, and they're all kind of working out positions and where are you and which storm are you going for, and they all do their own thing, but it's really interesting to listen to the tactics.
That's kind of what we do, you know, when we're out on the road, isn't it? We try and keep in contact.
The weather's been that quiet. We've not even had a chance to go on the blood road since that major storm. Which storm was it we had?
Aowyn.
Was that sometime in 2018 or something like that?
It feels like it, yeah.
And Liz was up in Scotland and me and Gordon were in Worthington alongside.
Yeah, these lightweights staying local.
Hey, 150 miles from me. I ain't complaining.
Yeah, lightweight. Sorry, lightweight.
Come off it, Liz. Last year I went 100, nearly 400 mile round trip to Oxford.
Lightweight.
And I still up. Because the big storm went towards London, and I got the tail end of the one that's speeled off.
So, yeah, I'm sorry, lightweight. You're never going to come close to the mileage I do.
No, you do stick in some mileage, to be fair.
Oh, looks like the line's going through El Dorado Springs, Missouri at the moment on Ryan Hall. But yeah, it's going to be one to watch because there is a big system coming across, and it keeps coming, and it's Dixie Alley's been really active already this year, all the way up through to Ohio. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the season develops.
Let me just, if I put up full screen, will that actually go full screen on the?
Yes, full screen.
There we go. Obviously, I can't really share too much till if we're going to get into trouble for sharing someone else's YouTube like this. So that's why I'm just changing it a bit.
We're not recording it, so I think we should be all right.
Apparently,
is this frozen? Looks like she's going, good game, good game.
No, in the chat, Storm Chaser Nodrug claiming to be a fake Nodrog. Hello.
I think that's the real one.
It is a real one.
Yeah. If not, somebody's got into his YouTube account.
I can
Nice
see
bit
the
of rotation there. Anyway,
yes.
he is fake. It's not his PFP.
Profile picture. It is his profile picture. Or is it not? Actually, it isn't.
I don't know.
I was going to quickly have a look on that there YouTube.
I hacked him.
It's his Facebook picture, but it's not his thing.
It's not his YouTube.
No.
Right. For some reason, I'm trying to ban and delete, but it won't work on my.
Bear with. Subs.
I'm on my phone, so I can't.
Is there any mods in there? Can you jump on that, please? We'll.
I think my phone's.
I'm onto it. If I can find a bloody thing, there it is. Right. PJ's done.
Cool. Nice one. Right, I'm going to head off. I only popped on to say hi and.
Yeah, I think that's the end of the live anyway. This would have been the last thing to look at tonight. So let's bring off the screen share. There we go. Let's have the banner up.
I don't think anyone was taking any notice of him anyway. Send it. These idiots. Get them everywhere. But yeah, they were using his Facebook. Which had not his YouTube. So yeah, well done that person.
So yeah, it's been a nice surprise on an Easter Sunday. We've got the team here, Liz and Paul, on this Easter Sunday. Thanks for watching. Obviously, Gav, if you've not seen his announcement, he's going to be cutting back some of his videos because he's got to make an income elsewhere. So he won't be as much time to do his videos like he would normally like to. So he's going to cut back to more like his basics. And he said he may still do the his Sunday night. So as far as I'm aware, he's going to be back next Sunday at 6 p.m. And just the fact I'm actually working next Sunday, so we'll be live next Sunday at 7:30. And then after that, we'll be back to normal at 8 o'clock the week after.
So if needs be, even Liz could probably do it. I don't know if you're on anything next weekend, Liz.
I haven't got that far. Sorry. I will probably be travelling back from Newcastle.
Very nice.
So
is that when your ghost is?
Yeah, I'm going from Dorchester on Friday night up to Newcastle on the Saturday night. So I probably won't be making next week's stream.
Yeah, we'll call it.
That's just through your eyelids.
Yes.
Followed by Red Bull and McDonald's Cafe.
Even with copious amounts of Monster. I don't think I will be making next week's next week, especially if it's 7:30. But
cool.
Yeah, yes, the cat thinks it's lovely with all the sunshine.
They always do.
Okay, I'll just go through the chat. Good night to Matthew. Good night, all. Great stream and happy Easter. Just through. Nice to see Liz and Paul said send it. Matthew's wishing you all a great Monday. You too. Confirming that Gav is live every Sunday from now on. Obviously, being Easter Sunday, he's just taking the day off. Bless him. Thank you to our mods, Paul, James, and James. I was confusing that is. Paul, James, and James. Thank you for your work tonight and your assistance. Ben's cat. Meow. That's
Well done. You get a gold star for identifying the animal noise.
Could have been a bunny.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, weather fans, the whole gang. It was a lovely live stream. Thank you, moderators, Paul, James, and Storm Chaser Paul for keeping idiots at bay.
I don't know how this one got through then.
Raining cats, not dogs. Thank you to Chris as well. Thank you, Anne.
I'll say yes, please do send it.
Happy Easter, says Anne.
Happy Chocolate Day.
I'm just sending my chat all blue here, so just bear with me. I'm going to leave that comment till last. Good night to Chris A. Good night to Audio Coffee and to Ben. And send it. Great stream. I'll definitely try and tune in more often. Thank you so much for coming in, my friends. We'll definitely collab at some point in the future. Froglaze Matthew. Good night to Ben.
Yep, cool.
And Ben doesn't have a cat.
Neither do I.
I've got lots.
Everyone's got to bed. I'll have to move her out of the way so I can get into bed a bit later.
Yeah, thanks for joining, everyone. I'm glad to popped in.
So, nice to see the whole team back on. Great stream from Mark James. Have a good Easter, Michael, Storm Chaser Paul, and Liz.
There you go. Fat on chocolate.
Enjoy your bank holiday Monday, and commiserations to anybody who's got to work tomorrow. But we appreciate you.
Yeah. I've literally had to book it off this year. So I've got tomorrow and Tuesday off. So I get to spend time with the family for the next 2 days. Compared to last Easter, I worked all 4 days. So from myself, Liz, and Paul, thank you all so much for watching Easter 25. Good night to you all. Thanks for watching. I will see you next Sunday at 7:30. Take care. Eat a lot of chocolate and good night. Oh, hang on. Yes. Well, there's credits. Good night, everybody.